She said, here's a list of songs to express my feelings. These songs will do it better than I ever could. Sent them in a playlist. A playlist! I cannot believe her. I cannot believe her. But we've all been there. Hi! Welcome back to the second installment of this Grownish review, reaction, response series. I'm Jessenia. How's it going? Episode 3 of Grownish was entitled, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. And let me tell you, a fitting title indeed. I'm just blown away that it's only episode 3 and our girl Zoe has completely and utterly lost her mind. It's gone. Let's get into it. First of all, can we address how I guess the Grownish writers just said, forget continuity. Forget, that you were on the edge of your seat last episode waiting for a resolution. Forget all that. We're just gonna fast forward in time. Because if you recall, at the end of episode 2, Zoe was inches away from ingesting an Adderall and it left with a cliffhanger, or so I thought would be a cliffhanger that would be resolved, and it simply was not. We have had no mention of Adderall in episode 3, which I'm not really upset about. I just like some clarity as to what happened with the situation. Because we ended that episode with a "you up" text, and now we begin this episode with a makeout session. And I'm trying to connect the dots. But it's just, I'm a little lost. But I can pretend. And so we're just gonna, forget that little splice ever happened. And we're gonna move on. So now we're on the 4th "you up" text. And Zoe's like, wow, does this mean something? Is this different than the 3 ones that happened prior? I would say no, but, she had to call on her girls, call on her friends, and see, what's up? What should I do at this 1 o'clock in the morning "you up" text? Am I up? That is the question of the night. It was interesting to see all of her friends' different perspectives and how their personalities came into play when responding to this "you up" text. Anna, her roommate, just a poor, sweet, naive girl. She was like, oh, this means he's thinking about you. So romantic. And then Skylar and Jaslyn respond with one of the best lines of the episode. They're like, romantic, which is definitely would be my response. Romantic, question mark. A "you up" text is about as romantic as a Chris Brown song, which is so funny because they're not romantic, and nor are songs by the artist Chris Brown. Comedy. I said in my previous review that I was weary about their characters and could they possibly be stereotypical, like, stock type characters, and this episode, as we've gone more into see more of them, I can say no. Like, when Zoe called her little meeting and was like, oh, I'm sorry, did I pull you away from your basketball lives? And they were like, we were watching Big Bang Theory. You racist. I laughed. I did. I have to admit that. I chuckled a bit. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where their characters go. I'm happy that I stuck with it, and I stuck with them because they're great, and Chloe and Halle do a great job just playing them, so kudos to them. And then the other girl, Nomi's perspective, was like, oh, answer it. Like, you really like him. Like, you're sexually liberated. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see your side too. Fine, sure. Really, they did a good job of showing how you go to your friends for advice and your friends will tell you 3, 4, 5 different things. And then you have to decide at the end of the day. Like, it's up to you. I do like how they showed the 2 sides. Like, how Zoe was like, oh, he's probably, like, freaking out right now. And then it went to him, it cut to Erin, like, why hasn't she responded yet? I texted her, blah, 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 blah. But then it cut to him the next time and he was playing video games in this, might I add, very lavish dorm room, which, let me know how I can apply to this school because that was very nice, but I digress. However, I wish they would have delved more into that concept. I think that would have been a really cool, like, setup for the entire episode. If they had like followed both the guy's perspective and the girl's perspective on the you up like situation, especially in the end when the two guys kind of get played, which we'll talk about. I would have loved to have seen the guy's perspective on that. But, you know, next time. Writers, creators, if you're listening right now, maybe that's an idea for an episode. I don't know. I'll give you that one for free. Like, literally, when they were talking about the difference between hooking up, messing around, fooling around, kicking it, I was like, oh, like, really? I feel like I personally lie somewhere between all of the characters, which I guess is why the show is relatable. Because a part of me is like, oh yeah, obviously hooking up is like, you gotta be careful when you say, oh, I hooked up with somebody, because what really did you do? But then when he was like, oh yeah, that means kicking it, and that means blah, 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 and that means blah, I was like, a word? Oh, we got code words now? Oh, okay. Your girl was unfamiliar. So, you know, maybe that's just me, but the moment I said, Zoe, I wish I could reach through the screen and just shake this girl. She was like, oh, I'm gonna play hard to get, right? And then she's like, she got a little confident, you know, he complimented her shirt, and she said, okay, bet, okay. And she decided to get a little finger happy and, you know, texted the man, you up? Question mark. And then the bubbles came up, went away, and your girl realized she done messed up. She said, LOL, wasn't me. Just kidding, it was. Just kidding. Aaron Jr. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not talking about your aunt. Not talking about beach houses and living on the East Coast or the West Coast and scoliosis. I said, what's going on? I had to pause television. I said, whoa, this is too much. Please stop. But your girl was on a roll. And I wanted to be angry. I wanted to say this is not realistic. But we know. We know that there has been a time when maybe you haven't done it, but you thought about doing it. I mean, everybody knows, like, double text, hey, you know, you're cool. You're living a life on the edge. Triple text, you're wild, but hey, living your life. Quadruple, quintuple, whatever is after that, and after that, and after that. She sent about 20 texts, a playlist, broke up with the man. This girl said, I don't think this is gonna work. Here's a list of songs that can say it better than I ever could. This girl said, best I ever had. When did you have him? I'm just so confused. Oh my gosh. But anyway, even after that crazy mass meltdown, somehow, Aaron, please stop. Which I would have loved to see his reaction to all of those texts and to when it got to the please stop point. But, you know, they didn't do it my way. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm confused as to how he takes her back after that with another you up. No creativity, no spice of life, just 3 letters and an exclamation point. 5 characters. You couldn't nothing more creative, but, you know, fine, whatever. Are you up? Ask, and you shall receive an answer. I guess. Somehow she ends up getting him and Luca, and she decides to be a player. Now, I feel like, you know what, live your life. If you want to play, play. Don't hate the player, hate the game, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I just feel like if you're gonna play well. You know, like, at least be a good player. Nothing is worse than a bad player. It's like offensive. Like, you didn't think that I knew you were playing me? For example, when they're both on FaceTime, she gets off the phone with one, goes on the phone with another, says I got a shower, gets off the and then, like, your shower was that quick? You took a 30-second shower? Like, that wouldn't even make sense. Didn't have the decency to maybe put a scarf on, change your clothes, something? Something? Like, your face was still beat. How How you gonna lie poorly and not expect to get caught? That's all I'm saying. Then you don't have the sense when the other man calls to just simply tap the computer as opposed to just looking blindly. It just didn't make sense. She was not a good player to begin with, if you ask me. Making dumb mistakes, rookie mistakes, rookie mistakes. No, but really, like it didn't even make common sense, and that's why my conclusion is that Zoe simply has lost her mind. You deserve to lose the two of them. If you're not gonna play it right, you lose. That's all I gotta say. Also, no face, no case, when she put the emoji over the picture. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm, okay, am I really about to show my crazy on television? I mean, on the internet forever? I think I am. If I'm into you, right, and say you post a snap with somebody, but you put like an emoji over their face, do you think that's gonna stop me from I'll be like, well, who's that? If I see a guy with like a girl that I know is not his sister, his mama, his cousin, a classmate, a buddy, a pal, an amigo, a friend, I'm gonna inquire. You know, put an emoji over it. That looks a little suspicious, does it not? Like, I know that's not me. So who is it? And why are you hiding their face? QT&A. Questions that need answers. Personally, that wouldn't fly with me. If a man said, oh yeah, don't worry about that, that's just an emoji friend. What? Like, what? That didn't make sense to me, but maybe you guys let me know. Would that fly for you? Because not I, said the fly. Never that, said the cat. Okay. Then it was kind of like a Deus Ex, a Deus Ex Machina ending where she goes confides with the dean, and then all of a sudden she's walking with her girls. I'm like, okay, we have this nice message of communication about the girls have your back. Ballin', great, perfect. And then out of the blue, do you know what the library is? This basketball player with the earring who looks like he about to ruin her life. Just looks like it. She's like, oh yeah, I know what the library is. Cash or whatever. I'm like, sis, have we not learned? Have we not learned from our mistakes? I think Zoe is so flippant. I've learned. Like, she'll have a lesson at the end and then just scratch it. I'm like, girl, but that's how it be. That is how it is. But it's just so annoying seeing it because it's like, no, I want you to do well. I want you to learn and grow, but we're just stuck on the same lesson. Why? All I'm saying is this Cash guy looks like he's about to just, you know she's not smart with money. You know she maxed out her credit card. She's not good with money. She's not fiscally sound. Why the guy gotta be named Cash? It's not gonna end well. But anyway, I just think overall the episode was good. I laughed. Another highlight was when she sent the man Aaron during her mass text extravaganza. She sent him a LinkedIn request. I thought that was decent. I didn't see the problem. She was being considerate, trying to elevate the man's career. That's not a problem with it. I thought it was admirable. Oh man, do you want to have a joint bank account? What? So funny. Literally me. That's what's funny. Also, can we talk about the texts at the end or throughout, really? Like when they would have the texts pop up on the screen. If you stop to read those were some wild, like, exchanges going on. When you started talking about communication, they were like, last night was cool, but I have a boyfriend. Or, like, sorry, I can't. My girlfriend's back in town. What? Another text was, sorry about my eggplant emoji. What do you mean? What happened? I'm curious. I'd like to know. And the rose emoji. Now, I know that I'm not the only one. Zoe's not the only one who reads into every little detail, down to an emoji. Now, she was being crazy. She's like, you know I'm the rose, right? Or he's the rose. Or wait, we are the rose. Crazy, but relatable. And I think that's just the overall theme of the episode. Crazy, but relatably crazy. I want to know, have you guys ever done anything crazy in a relationship? Was any of this triggering for you? Because it was a little bit for me, I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. Have you ever read into an emoji? Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk. Also, I'd love to hear if your perspective was different on the episode. Let's talk about it. I'm sure there's a different way that the guys and the girls saw things. I'm sure different age groups saw it differently. The technology thing really was like, hit it on the head. You can't be a player you can. People do it. But it takes skill. Can't everybody be a player these days? Technology will rat you out. Okay? So anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode. If you had any triggering moments, I'd love to hear about them. And I will see you next episode, episode 4, and we'll see how this continues to go. I'm excited. This episode was a step up, and I'm thinking I'm sticking with the show. You know I gotta support. So anyway, see you next time. Watch Grownish Wednesdays on Freeform and watch me on Thursdays. See you later. This is not to be confused. This one's for you. When I say you up, you say no. You up? No. You up? No. Put the key under the mat and you know I be over there. I be over there.